Before he jumped back to the Browns. Disappointing loss last night. Still took the series against Kansas City, but the big question I had after last night's game.
Yeah.
Are you getting to the point where you may not trust Ben Lively in a playoff series?
You know, he's been mostly good this year. He's had a few bad starts of late, but everybody in their rotation's been up and down, except for really Boyd and Cobb, but they barely pitched. So he didn't pitch well yesterday. I think it's going to be interesting, and obviously a lot of it will be based on how the guys perform the final 24, what do we got, 24 days left in the season, 25 days left in the season. I think there's a chance Ben Lively's not in the rotation for the playoffs. I mean, we know Williams and Bybee will be in there.
What you mean? Don't do that now because Boyd and Cobb pitch well.
What you
as of late.
Lively might not be in the playoff rotation.
It's a possibility. Yeah.
If Cobb and Boyd are both great down the stretch as they've been so far, and Lively's shaky.
How many more starts they got?
Each of them probably has either 4 or 5.
I don't know if that is that enough sample size to say, I trust him over a long season.
Well, if he gets his head beat in 4 more times, he's not in there. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't either, but still, if the other two is get more strikeouts,
we agree.
It don't matter.
We agree that Lively's been their most consistent pitcher. Do we agree with that?
Yes.
I still think Bybee's been overall, but
Bybee's been the best. Out of all of them.
Here's the thing, guys. I don't care who's been the most consistent pitcher all year.
It's about who's pitching
well. It's about who's pitching well at the end of the season.
I agree with that statement,
And if Boyd, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying if Boyd and Cobb continue to pitch as well as they have, then Lively could easily be the odd man out.
I feel like Cobb is in it anyways.
He is.
Yeah, I feel like it's really down to Boyd and Lively.
It's an absolute sure thing.
No, I do. They traded for him.
Cobb has more postseason success.
I think
he's only pitched the postseason once.
He's had more success than Boyd. he pitched well. He pitched well for the Rays against these guys.
He has 2 playoff starts.
That was over a decade ago.
One was good, one was bad.
Yeah. Listen,
he's got a longer track record in general.
I think Cobb is probably going to be in the rotation. Probably. I don't think it's a guarantee. First of all, he's barely pitched. We don't know if he's even going to be healthy.
Well, you got to pick one, or Boyd or Cobb one.
I think if the playoffs started today, Cobb and Boyd would be in and Lively would be out.
Wow. You can't put him in the bullpen?
That's messed up.
I'm sorry. I took that he said the roster.
No.
He'll be on the roster.
Okay. All right. I ain't got a problem with that.
One of those guys is going to go to the pen. I'm saying if it were today, we got 3.5 weeks. It could change.
I think today, I still think Lively's in.
I still think Lively's in, too.
Boyd's pitched much better than Lively of late.
Say it one more time. Yeah. What happened now?
He has, yes. I still think Lively makes it over today. Now, 3 weeks from now, that could be different.
Yeah.
But right now, today, I still think Lively's in the rotation.
You trust Lively in a playoff game more than Boyd?
I don't know that I trusted Lively a month ago.
I don't trust
that's messed up because I did.
But I kept saying, we kept talking about it. Like, he keeps proving you wrong. He keeps proving you wrong.
Y'all keep saying he's going to fall off a cliff at some point.
Let's face it.
Fell off yet.
The guardrail is down.
I'm telling you, he trending in that direction right now.
The reality is that for Boyd and Lively, and probably even Cobb, at the first sign of trouble, they're out in a playoff game anyway. It's not like they're going 6 innings.
No. You gave up a single.
Lively was always a 4 and fly guy.
Yeah.
Come on, for the playoffs.
Boyd and Lively.
Come sit next to me.
Whoever's the 4th starter between Boyd and Lively, max twice through the rotation, through the lineup.
Yeah,
max.
I like when he said trust. I said, there is no such thing in the playoffs as trust.
No.
That's like going to Las Vegas with a girlfriend. That ain't trust. If I ain't on no paperwork, that don't count. What do you mean?
What's nutty is how much faith and stock we're putting in Gavin Williams, who has not pitched well at all.
No,
until his last
start.
His last start was good.
His last start was excellent.
Okay, well, you say he got 4 more? If he goes
4
2
or 5.
if he goes
Probably
2 and 2, like too good, too bad.
Okay.
No, too good, too bad.
Gavin Williams is in.
He's in the rotation.
He's in.
So
Bybee's going game 1. Williams going
wait a
game
minute.
2. No doubt.
So you mean to tell me if Gavin Williams stuck it up for the next 4 starts, but Matthew Boyd lit it up, they would still keep
if Gavin Williams
in there?
absolutely awful the rest of the season, it could change.
Right.
Okay.
But here's the bottom line. You got to be pitching well. That's a big part of it. Another big part of it is stuff. That's what
he got
Gavin
that.
Williams. It has top-notch stuff. Cobb, Boyd,
do you trust him in the playoff series?
Who are you getting a closeout game from? Like, if you're gonna play him at 2, that means who? Like, if you need to close,
Cobb is probably going to pitch Game 3. If I had to bet right now, Cobb pitches Game 3, and then either Boyd or Lively Game 4.
I agree with that.
But the closeout game, it's hard to say because it depends how long the series goes.
I mean, you could bring Bobby back on short rest.
I don't think they should do that. I think
that's what I was getting at.
Didn't the Yankees do that to us like 2 years ago?
They continuously do that to us.
They pitched Garrett Cole in 3 games.
Garrett Cole's a veteran. Tanner Bybee's barely pitched. He pitched for a year and change in the majors.
Tito would not do it with Bieber when Bieber was coming off injury. I thought they should have gone with him on short rest. And they didn't.
I don't like short rest. Generally, it does not work. We saw what happened.
Depends on who your other option is.
I mean, any idiot out there that has criticized Corey Kluber for Game 7 of the World Series when he went on short rest like 14 times.
Right.
I still can't believe there's people that crap. Kluber, for all the talk of Andrew Miller, they don't even come close to the World Series without Corey Kluber in 2016.
Yep.
And
neither one of those guys were the same after that.
Never. No, they were not. And Kluber by Game 7 was shot. I mean, he could barely throw the ball. But I don't like going on 3 short rests. I don't like it. So
you might see Lively. So you might have to see Lively.
You're going to see either Lively or Cobb. No, Game 7 would be your third starter. Probably be Cobb.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Lively.
Well, it depends. It depends. Is it Game 7 in the ALCS?
Yeah.
Now that you've already played a series, so it's a different Game 1 starter. A lot of times, in Game 7, you'll end up with the top starter because he's not pitching till Game 3 or 4 anyway. Once it's the next round of the series.
The opening round, though, it's typically your Game 3 starter is your Game 7 starter.
Right.
So you say today, if the playoffs if the playoffs started today, who's your 4?
My 4 would be Bybee Game 1, Williams Game 2, Cobb Game 3, Boyd Game 4.
And you say
Lively in 4. I'd have Lively in 4.
I got Lively, man.
I want a guy
today. Started today. I'm taking Boyd.
I was never a Boyd believer.
I'm taking Boyd.
Boyd can strike guys out. Lively doesn't strike guys out. I want strikeout pitchers.
I mean, 10 days from now, I may have a different answer.
I agree with that statement too. But right now, Boyd on fire right now.
I cannot believe we are here. That's wild.
Yeah.
Y'all can't say I don't know how y'all can sit there and say that after just seeing Lively's last 2 and seeing Boyd's last 2. How could you not go with him?
It's 2 starts, right? Like if he gets
I'm going off for you. Y'all just told me that we got to see how they do it when going into the playoffs. We're going off of that right there, how they did.
If he gets hit around another time or a time and a half, then okay. Like, all right, you can get up out of here.
Listen, I'm a Ben Lively fan. He was definitely the most consistent one. Like when he was in there, I was like, all right, we good. Like I trusted him over a lot of other people. But now, I don't. If we start tomorrow, I don't know.
It is kind of scary for him to I don't like pitching to contact hitters or pitchers for some reason.
Like you're facing the best lineups in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I'd like to see Ben Lively splits against the playoff teams and the non-playoff teams. That'd be interesting to see. I haven't looked at that.
I'm sure.
One other thing from last night, it was good to see Kyle Manzardo actually play first base. However, the reason he did is because Josh Naylor's kind of banged up. Jason, you know anything new about that?
No. I don't know.
I mean, I know he's not going on the IL, at least right now, but it's something to keep an eye on down the stretch. It's smart. I mean, now that you want to clinch the division as soon as possible so you can give guys some rest. Now, you also want to try to get the number 1 seed, which is still very much in play, because the number 1 seed means you have home field advantage.
You get a bye.
These next games.
1 and 2 get a bye.
I want that record.
Top 2 get a bye, but number 1 gets home field throughout the American League playoffs.
These next games is big.
If you want a Game 7 in Houston or a Game 7 or in New York or something, I want a Game 7 here.
Yeah.
They a half a game out of.
By the way, last night, on a non-Guardians related note, so last night, the Cubs had a pitcher by the name of Shota Imanaga, right? He's got a no-hitter through 7 innings. Did you guys hear about this?
No. I saw something on our.
I'm signing anybody's name that start with a sh.
Yeah, it's
Shoto Onano, Shohei Ohtani. Give me one of those show guys.
Get a show.